welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We have not yet arrived in Arkham Cormont, but we will do so tomorrow, when the date is the 20th of Hearthfire, because today's the 19th of Hearthfire. That's cool, I guess. Wonder what time it is. Let's check what time it is. Well, we kind of knew this was going to happen. Oh look, it's 6:50 in the evening, so... Oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? Save the game before you do anything. Save it. Save it here, yeah. What we'll probably do... What are we now? 408. Is that right? Yes. Yes, that's right. Or 409. I'm an idiot. Bada bang. There you go. Cool. Anyway, what next? What next? Well, I want to talk about stuff, and tomorrow I won't let time continue so that we'll have time to do maybe some dungeon crawling tomorrow night, and then Sunday we'll do something, including, turning in the quest. Yes, including turning in the quest, which will occur on, wait a minute. So, today's Friday, right? Right. So, which doesn't exist as far as the game is concerned right now. Tomorrow is now in the game, but it's night time. So tomorrow night we'll do something, dungeon questing, right? And the next day, which will be Sunday, not Sundus, Sunday, I mean Mundus in the game, we'll actually do something as a shuttle play, and then we'll fast travel to that northern town. What's the name of that town too? I should check that out, because I still need to check what I need to buy up there. Antithia. Yeah, there's something up there that I want to buy. I just forgot what it was. Get out of there. Well, there is something I do want to talk about. The search continues for more Evangelion games. So if you haven't been watching my Vespa 5 game, videos, I'm trying to acquire all of the Evangelion games, as many Evangelion games as I can, because next year I want to do a year of Evangelion, because it'll be 2015, and that's when Evangelion is set in, the anime. And there's a couple of little tricky ones that I've been having a hard time finding. And one of those is the second Girlfriend of Steel game. And there's another one too, Mantai. Yeah, and then the typing one, I don't think I'll probably never find that. Even if I did find it, I'd have to buy a USB keyboard to play it on the PlayStation. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. It's worth it. But you're basically buying a peripheral. Well, no, because you're buying a keyboard that you could use in other situations as well. But I won't, because I don't need one. I have a wireless keyboard. What if the wireless keyboard will work with a PlayStation? I dare say it doesn't. I dare say it doesn't. It might. I don't think so. It might work with in fact it does work with the PS3, because I've tried it, or maybe the 360 I tried it with. The PS3 I'm not so sure, but I'm sure it works. But PS2, I don't think so. Anyway, but it does have a USB port. Yes, it does, but that only supports certain things, like peripheral, like the headset, and Circom headset, and stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. Right. So, I've been, visiting all the used game shops I could find. And last night I was checking out this one that's quite large, still couldn't really find anything. But then, on my way home, I was like, you know what, I'll check this other store out, which is usually ridiculously expensive. I remember I had to buy a PS1 memory card. Was it PS1 or PS2? It was PS1, because I already had a PS2 memory card, that's right. I needed a PS1 memory card, because I bought some PS1 games. And I could not for the life of me find anywhere that sold one except for this store, and it was like 20 bucks. Like I had to pay like more than all the games I bought just to get a memory card to save games on. Such a pain in the asshole. Oh, what can you do? If only the PS1 emulation on the PS3 wasn't region locked, then I could have just played the games on my PS3 and saved them to the PS3. Unfortunately, it's region locked, so couldn't do that. Oh, what can you do? Yeah, well. Anyway, so I went to the store and they've got a sale going on. Like, oh shit, cool, sale. Actually, I saw this, maybe a week ago, and I'm like, oh, I really want to check that out. But the wife is like, no, you can't play games. Oh, I wanna, no. Oh. And I'm like, well, she's not around right now. I can't totally go check that out by myself. And I went there, and when I walked through the door, I was greeted with just bare shelves. And it was at that point that I realized, oh, they're closing down. This is a closing down sale. Which is good, because usually this stuff's really cheap. And bad, because I'm too late. Because the shelves were almost all empty. That's not entirely true, but there was a lot of bare shelves. I immediately went to the section where the PS1 games are. There were 4 PS1 games left. One of the games had 3 different copies, but there were 4 games. That's right, there were 4 games, although one isn't actually a game. It is a guide to playing Japanese slot machines. Another one is a pool game, and there are 2 copies of that, and another one is Go, that like game with the black and white tiles. And then the 4th game is some variety quiz type game. And the PS1 games were 10 cents. So I bought the variety game and I left the rest. Because it's 10, I didn't even know how to play it. I'll probably never play it. But hey, it was 10 fucking cents. Anyway, they had a whole bunch of PS2 games there that were like $1, or 100 yen. There were some games there. I wasn't really gonna buy every single game there. Maybe I should. Back when I first came here. No, not when I first came here. When I first bought my PS2, I bought a whole bunch of games that were like 100 yen each, because they were 100 yen. Who cares? But I haven't actually played them. So yeah, they're only $1, but if I don't play them, who gives a fuck? I might go back there later and maybe buy some. There are some games there. What was there? There were some Gundam games. I did buy Ape Escape Million Monkeys, which I don't think ever came out in the West. I played Ape Escape 1, 2, and 3. Was there a 4th one? I don't remember. Million Monkeys, I remember playing the demo of Million Monkeys and being really good at it. So I wouldn't mind playing that, even though it's all in Japanese. What else did you get? They had PS3 games. Some of them were like 500 yen, some of them were 1,000 yen. They had Oblivion there, and I considered getting it, but I really want it to be in English. So, because it's the Game of the Year edition, so it's got all the DLC as well, which would be useful if I ever get up to Oblivion and want to play it. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I'm still gotta finish Arena first. Anyway, I did get Azura's Wrath for $5, which has full. Well, I haven't actually checked it, but I've been assured on the internet that it has full English support. Hopefully that's true, and I can play it. What other games did they have? They had some games. They had they had one of those Dynasty Warriors games, the Strike Force 2, or Multi-Raid 2, or whatever it's called. Yeah, they had that. What else did you buy? I bought something else. You bought one other thing. That's right. Yes, I did. So I found this section. So okay, so when you walk through the front door, on your left there's a rack of PS3s. On the right there's like a bargain bin sort of thing. It's not really a bin. With a whole bunch of PSP games and PS3 games, and the counter. If you go straight, you come behind the counter, and there's a an big empty shelf that once contained PS1 games, and now contains like the 4 games that I mentioned before. Continuing straight ahead and turning the corner to the right a little bit, you'll end up in the PS2 section, which has a whole bunch of PS2 games for $1 each. Further on, there's like the actual like physical trading cards, like Pokemon cards and stuff, and then like 360 games, Wii games around the other side, but we don't worry about that because we're not going to buy that. Anyway, between the PS3 games on the left and the PS2 games further down, there is a section full of, were they all PS2? They were all PS2 games, I believe. And they had some interesting prices on them. So far I've mentioned PS1 games 10 cents, PS2 games $1, PS3 games $5 to $1,000. Sorry, $5 to $10. These PS2 games were various prices. One of them was 2,000 yen, which is 20 bucks. One of them was 3,000 yen, which is 30 bucks. One of them was 8,000 yen, which is $80. And I was like, wait a fucking minute. Because I looked, oh yeah, I found it. I found Girlfriend of Steel 2. And it was there. And it was, how much was it? It was 2,000, I can check the thing, well, I don't have for that now, but it was 2,800 and something yen, which is like just under 30 bucks. Well, with exchange rate, it's probably over 30 bucks. On the box itself, it actually has the price that it should be, which was 2,800. The price on the price that they were selling it as was more than the original retail price. Which, yes, I have mentioned before that like certain games like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VII, they will charge quite a large amount, like 15 bucks for it, whereas all the other games are like $1, because they're rare, commodities. But you're going out of sale. You got to sell these things. I'm like, I don't want to. I want it, and I would have paid it too. And I was like, and I maybe half an hour I paced back and forth thinking, should I? I don't want to. This is bullshit. Why is it so expensive? And I wanted to ask him, but I knew that if I asked him, he would have given me an answer, and I wouldn't have been able to understand it, and I would have gone, oh, so desu ka, which is just, oh, is that right? Oh, okay. So it wouldn't have made a freaking difference. I'm like, maybe I could come back, because nobody else is going to buy it for that price. Maybe they'll end up discounting it later. Fuck. And last I went, oh, okay, fine. I'm gonna ask the question, because I've got to ask it. But I'm not going to ask it with that, because I'm embarrassed. because of the content. So I picked some other game that was on the same list that was like, I think it was like 4,000 yen, 40 bucks. And I'm like, well, what did I ask? I can't remember what I asked in Japanese, but I wanted to ask, is this really the price? But I ended up asking, how much is this? And pointed to the price. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Oh. Okay. And I ended up doing, yeah, oh, so desu ka. And he could pull out a calculator, and he put the number in and divided it by 2, and then showed me the calculator. I'm like, oh, it's half price. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Still, that's like 15 bucks, but that's a lot better than 30 bucks. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, well, that's better. I'm like, fuck it, let's buy it. Let's buy it. So I grabbed it. I grabbed Million Monkeys. I grabbed Azura's Wrath. Well, I wasn't gonna get Azura's Wrath. I ended up buying it because I'm like, yeah, that's $5. Might as well get it. And I got that 10-cent game. And then I went to the counter, and he's ringing him up, and I'm like, can you give me just a little bit more of a discount on this Evangelion game? And he's like, I half expected him. Well, I 90% expected him to go, no. Sorry, that's it. But he's like, alright, and he pulled out a calculator, and he typed in 1,000 yen. I'm like, done. Fucking done. 10 bucks? Yeah, you got me. So, I got it for a pretty good price. He probably would have discounted it next week to like $1, but you know, I wasn't gonna wait that long, and I certainly wasn't gonna risk losing that game because I needed that game. Yeah, I needed it for reasons. Anyway, so I might give that game a bit of a whirl on the weekend. And the wife is not here because she'll kill me. But hopefully we'll have a chance to play that next year, during the year of Evangelion. Anyway, I've ranted on enough, I believe. So tomorrow we will actually be in Arkansas mode. Thank God. And we'll be able to do something. Thank God. And that's it. So for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.